Welcome to Nitpicking Nerds. Today, we're doing something special. It's a Christmas themed deck.
It's Grumgully's Nasty Christmas. We're going to show you how to be nice, and then naughty.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
And I'm your host, Peasy, and that makes us the Nitpicking Nerds, here to welcome in the holiday season with a nice, calm, interesting thematic deck tech.
I don't know what this is. You do this for multiple things?
Well, it's for welcoming in the holiday season.
But
I've been doing it for a while.
you've done it for a lot of other things, too.
Go back and watch all our videos and tell me how many times I've welcomed in the holiday season.
At least 2 or 3 that I could.
Well, that's not even that many.
Yeah, but this is a weird motion.
Oh, my God. Getting me off track, because I have to say something about them needing to subscribe. And then it's your turn.
Oh, and I go,
That was my bit.
Oh, that was your bit? I thought you usually have a bit where you tell them about what we have going on. But besides what we have going on that BZ just told you about.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. You got to be a subscriber to the channel because our subscribers are 10% more likely to get the gift they always wanted for Christmas. Like a pony or something. The Nitpicking Nerds ain't going to get you nothing for Christmas, so don't expect nothing. Or Princess Unicorn.
Her horn can pierce the sky. Great. We're going to be referencing that show at least once. This deck is not just a Grumgully deck. I don't even know if you could call it a Grumgully deck because it's a Christmas holiday theme deck tech. What better way to discuss the holidays than with gift giving? +1/+1 counter synergies.
Yeah, when I think of the holiday season, I think, wow, I sure do like walking ballista.
That's not even in the deck. That's how much we like the holiday season. This deck is going to be super fun, ridiculous, like very political even, but not super competitive, as is holiday tradition.
Yeah, Christmas is known for being political.
How competitive are your Christmases?
How political are your Christmases?
My dad's a politician.
I try to avoid politics at all costs because I don't want to deal with it.
I try to avoid my dad at all costs.
Beezy, why don't you go ahead and read Grumgully?
Who more fitting than the goblin who looks just like Santa? 1 red, green for a 3/3. Grumgully the Generous, by the way. Each non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it.
Non-human.
I kept it because that's a meme word.
Non-human.
Humans. Red beard, so we're going for, it's not Christmas. It's like Tim Burton weird knockoff Christmas. Creepy, scraggly. It's a little off. Something's going on.
He's also giving mushrooms, which I guess is a Mario reference because they make them grow.
I don't think it's a Mario reference. I think it's a Christmas reference.
It's vaguely.
Christmas decks, red and green. Those are Christmas colors. I know white can give you a lot of cool stuff, but this commander looks like Santa. It has the word generous in it and cares about non-humans. So you tell me. You tell me what the right choice is.
Santa's known for not caring about humans at all.
He only works with non-humans.
He works with non-humans, but he gives everything to you.
He specifically gives it to them so that he'll never see them. He never sees humans.
That's not true. He sees humans. You think
Mrs. Claus, maybe.
You think no one ever slept on the couch when Santa came in?
Yes. I think he set it up. He made the rules so that he doesn't have to look at people. And we can just move on to the categories because I can tell this is just going to go for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
The arbitrary rules of Santa Claus.
We'll release a Santa Claus debate for the patrons.
Yeah, where we talk about why murdering Santa Claus makes you Santa Claus.
Category number 1, the holidays. This deck, if you want to buy the deck, we have a link in the description. But I would recommend not buying these cards. Unless, of course, you want to just have a cool, fun holiday deck. Then you should buy these cards. Because these are the most fun cards in the deck.
These cards are extremely expensive.
The Wizards exclusive holiday cards that are not legal in tournament play.
Are we going to read what these cards do? Because I can tell you that there's no way off the top of my head I can tell you what any of these do.
Yeah, we're going to read them all because they're some of the most fun things you can do. First, we got Fruitcake Elemental. 1 green for a 7/7. It's an elemental. It is indestructible. At the end of your turn, Fruitcake Elemental deals 7 damage to you. Pay 3 colorless mana. Target player gains control of Fruitcake Elemental. This is a win con. Kind of. I feel like people are just going to start keeping mana open to pass this around.
Yeah, you're never keeping this.
This is not bad, though. 7 is a lot.
Yeah, it's also indestructible. It's not like it's an easy to remove threat.
Mm-hmm. And we can have expendable tokens. So if we're not giving away too many or there's somebody with no creatures, they're going to get dunked for 8 before they pass it away.
Why would they get dunked for 8?
Because it's going to have a counter because it's not a human. Heyo.
Fair enough. I guess it is a fruitcake.
Absolutely.
Stocking Tiger, 5 mana. This is a cat construct. Stocking Tiger enters the battlefield with a sealed magic booster pack under it. When Stocking Tiger deals combat damage to a player, unwrap the booster pack and put it into your hand. It's a 3/3. That doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
This is great. So you had to always come prepared. Bring at least 3 sealed magic boosters.
I would bring at least 1 alpha, probably a beta.
Now technically the best set you want to buy is the one with the best red cards and the best green cards. So I would probably get Magic Origins because I don't know. But this is how is this card not ridiculously fun?
I mean, you literally draw 15.
You draw 15 cards and hit somebody. Most of them are unusable.
You discard most of them, yeah.
Most of them are getting discarded, but it's a super cute card. Yule Ooze. I don't even really get the name of that one. 2 red-green for a 1/1 ooze. At the beginning of your upkeep, destroy another non-land permanent chosen at random. That's removal. Then put a number of +1/+1 counters on Yule Ooze equal... Oh, is it you lose?
Yule Ooze.
It's you lose? Like you lose? Equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. Pay red and a green, eat some food, regenerate, you lose. It's definitely you lose. The more you say it, the more it sounds
Yule
like...
Ooze.
Yeah, it's you lose.
Or it's Yule Ooze.
It loves having family.
Or Yule Ooze, which is even weird. It's gross too.
Ew. It's a bold medical prediction. The next one is Season's Beatings.
Season's Beatings. Red. Sorcery. Family Gathering. Each creature target player controls deals combat damage equal to its power to another random creature that player controls.
Just regular damage. Not combat damage.
Did I say combat damage?
It's just regular damage.
Yeah, weird that I said that.
This card seems really good.
That's all you have to
Right?
say?
I don't know. Isn't this a destroy all creatures target player controls if they have enough?
Yeah, depending on power and toughness.
This deck is the generous giving away stuff deck, so I think this deck card is actually really good. Maybe we'll come back to it when we talk about what exactly we're giving people.
Okay, this next one, before BZ reads it, I don't know what this card does. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it.
All right.
Like, legitimately, I just don't know.
Okay, Goblin Sleigh Ride, 1 red for a sorcery. Target creature you control climbs onto Goblin Sleigh Ride. Maybe nowadays they would say it cruise it. You slide them on their merry way. If the creature stayed on, it deals damage equal to its toughness to each other creature touched during the slide. Take Goblin Sleigh Ride. Take, in this instance, Door in the Siege Tower, which is on the artwork. Place it on top.
Wait, what?
It's Door in the Siege Tower. That's why it says toughness.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
So, your creature's on Goblin Sleigh Ride. Now you're going to slide the Sleigh Ride through. Now you got to make a card for me. Make a card with your hands. Oh, look, it's Elvish Mystic. This will deal 5 damage to Elvish Mystic. This will deal no damage, and that will deal no damage, even if it hits it.
I don't even
You have to
understand.
keep the 2 cards on top of each other, and whatever you hit physically takes damage.
So the Goblin rides whatever you put it on.
No, the Goblin rides the actual card Sleigh Ride. This Sleigh Ride becomes the ride.
See, I was getting the opposite vibe. Because if that's Doran, then he's what's being ridden.
Target creature climbs onto, and it names itself. Yeah, it names itself.
Yeah, but that's not
So, by the way, this is our spot removal. This is our Swords to Plowshares, baby. We're going to start taking people down. Mishra's Toy Workshop. It's a land. Tap, add 3 to your mana pool. Spend this mana only on spells and abilities that put tokens onto the battlefield, but you have to use toys to represent the tokens. So you got to come stocked with booster packs and physical toys. I suggest action figures.
Transformers.
Transformers. Yeah, now that might be the highest EV.
Yeah, they're also made by Hasbro, so they'll be happy that you bought that.
You will get sponsored by Wizards of the Coast because Hasbro will be pleased with your ability to represent tokens.
Next, we're moving on from that. Those are the holiday cards that...
The utter nonsense. The deck is mostly utter nonsense. The next category is giving gifts because the holiday season is all about gift giving, especially during Christmas. I mean, it's the most Hallmark, corporate, just you have to you spend your money and buy all of our gifts and you have to give something or you're a jerk. That's what the holidays are all about. So we're going to succumb to that social pressure.
Okay, so what's the first one?
It's Goblin Spymaster. Now, if we have to give our opponents gifts, it's going to benefit us. I mean, come on. You want them to thank you. 2 and a red for a 2/1 first strike Goblin Rogue. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player creates a 1/1 red Goblin creature token. And it has some other words that say, creatures you control attack each combat of able.
Yeah,
but they're not even going to read that.
But we give them a goblin. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we have to give them an action figure because all of our tokens are just going to look super cool. And then it's like, you have to tackle our guys.
Really, yeah, that's on the card too. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Hungry Lynx is 2/2 cat.
Okay.
That at the beginning of your end step, you can give one opponent a 1/1 death touch rat. Whenever a rat dies, all your cats get +1/+1.
And your cats have protection from rats.
Yes, and your cats have protection from.
There's also Hunted Troll. This one's all upside though. 2 green for an 8/4. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 4 1/1 blue fairies with flying, and then you can pay green to regenerate this guy. So he's basically indestructible. It's real easy to keep this around.
He's definitely not basically indestructible.
He's not going to die to things that destroy creatures.
Most of the time, though. What about Wrath of God? He'll die to that, you idiot.
Oh no! What have I done?
You didn't think about that. Or he'll die to...
Wrath of God.
And damnation.
Wrath of God board wiping the Christmas deck is a little... That's a little dubious. What are you doing, God? Come on, man.
That's so mean.
That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. Skullwinder is 2 and a green for a 1/3 death touch. What does it do when it enters the battlefield?
When it enters the battlefield, you return target card from your graveyard to your hand, and target opponent does the same thing.
This can be political. This can be bad for you. This can just be straight up fun if your opponent gets something cool.
I
think you can make a deal. You can say, hey, who wants to get back a reasonable card? I'll let you Skullwinder.
If your opponent would have a graveyard, they'd be like, who are you idiots? You get nothing.
If you want to be a jerk with the Christmas deck.
Who wouldn't want to be a jerk with the Christmas deck?
This is the jerkiest card we have. Next, you want to read it?
Humble Defector, he's a 2/1 for 1 in the red. Tap him, draw 2 cards, then target opponent gains control of Humble Defector.
Activate it only during your turn.
And he always gets a different haircut every single time you activate
That's the flavor of it is you cut his hair differently every time he changes sides.
Mm-hmm. So he has really long hair and he consistently cuts it.
Humble Defector is awesome. I haven't really seen this card get killed too much except for you out of spite.
I hate that card.
Because you never get it.
I hate that card.
It's super fun. Humble Defector is awesome. And Christmas is a time for humility. Humbleness.
Humility?
Humbly.
It's a time for humility.
Humbly, yeah. Humbly Christmas time vibes is what we're emitting with this deck. What's the next one? This is a straight up gift.
Harmless Offering, 2 in a red. Target player gains control of a permanent you control.
We don't even have synergy with this. This is just, if you are losing, but you're not going to die, give your opponents something. If you give them a token, though, I don't think the token goes away when you die. Or does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does? Oh, man.
I think so.
That's lame. Well, you can still give them a little something, help them out.
I just don't know.
I don't know either. That's a dumb rule that no one's going to look at.
You can give him Fruitcake Elemental for 3 mana.
Oh, no, never mind. We found the synergy. We found it, boys. Oh,
Not that you weren't going to give him Fruitcake Elemental for 3 mana.
At instant speed. But now you can do it at sorcery speed, too.
You're never doing it at instant speed because you're not letting it get to your end step.
If somebody has Curse Totem out, so that nobody can activate abilities of creatures, then you Harmless Offering. Bingo.
And give it to the guy with the Curse Totem.
Yes, you give it to that guy. It's his fault. Sylvan Offering, what does Sylvan Offering do? Do you know?
No.
Sylvan Offering is X and a green it's got some nice word on it. I don't know. We'll say Christmas Tidings. You create X 1/1 tokens and 1 XX token, and target opponent creates X 1/1 tokens, and another target opponent creates 1 XX token. You're dishing out elves. You're dishing out tree folk, but you get both.
Isn't it tempting offer?
Tempting offer, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to change that to Christmas Tidings. Holiday Cheer to make it inclusive. Rites of Flourishing is 2 and a green for an enchantment. Everybody draws an additional card, and everybody can play an additional land on their turns.
Yep. Our dictate of Karamitra is just everyone draws an extra one on their draw stuff. This says Flash.
Dictate of Karamitra doubles all mana that people produce. Same with Mana Flare.
Wait, what?
Dictate of Crewfix draws an extra card.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And Curse of Opulence, when people attack the chosen player, they get treasure, you get treasure. It gives out money. That's the gift of a gift card. You get a treasure and you go, man, I would rather just have cash.
Isn't the treasure cash, though?
No, it's like a gift card.
How is a piece
You can only spend this on magic cards.
How is a piece of gold not treasure? Or
You can only
not
spend
money?
it to cast magic spells. I'd rather have cash.
I think treasure is just cash.
What would be better? Here's the disconnect. What would be better if Curse of Opulence said they give you $1 or they give you a treasure token? I'd rather have cash.
Well, I mean, if they give me a piece of gold, I'll take the piece of gold.
No. It's $1 or treasure token.
Treasure tokens are like gold.
No, we're playing the game.
Oh my
you can
God.
either get a dollar bill, function like that is U.S. currency, or a treasure token.
I'll take a treasure token.
That's ridiculous. You gotta read the next one.
Temple Bell, a 3-mana artifact. Tap it, everyone draws a card. What's the gift? Cards. The gift is cards.
And also music, because we're gonna errata this one to say, Jingle Bell.
No, why not? That's
Come
stupid.
on.
You're stupid.
It's the bells of Christmas. Joe is such a Scrooge right now. You're Scrooge in this whole operation. A Crow and Horse is the last one.
Yeah. Well, tell me what this one.
It's a 0/4 defender. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent gains control of it. And it says, at the beginning of your end step, each opponent creates a 1/1 soldier creature token, which is important because the soldier type is going to get a +1/+1 counter from Grumgully.
Yeah, it's specifically not a human.
Not a human. Grumgully is a lot like Bad Santa, that movie.
How? Please
Was
explain.
Bad Santa wasn't. No, wait. I'm thinking of. I think Bad Santa was a different movie. I think that was a movie where he was like a drug addict and.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
Santa.
no, I'm thinking of it's a movie with Vince Vaughn, where Vince Vaughn is Santa's stupid kid. Is that Fred Claus? I think it's Fred Claus.
That sounds like something.
Grumgully is Vince Vaughn.
That sounds like something Vince Vaughn would do.
Ooh. Throw a shade of Vince Vaughn.
Christmas cards.
Get it? Like Christmas cards?
I got.
Thing you give people,
I got it.
But it's also a category and applies to the deck.
Well, we got some Reindeer. We have Burnish Heart, which I'm not going to read Burnish Heart. It's an all-star of Nitpicking Nerds.
I think there's so many of these, we just don't have to read them. We'll explain the flavor.
Yeah, these are Reindeer. And Dawn Treader Elk, also a Reindeer.
Which one is Rudolph?
Neither of them. We don't have a Rudolph.
There's a card that I wanted this deck to function and actually be a deck. So I kind of didn't include other... Like, I'm not going to put... How many Reindeer are there? 11? I'm not going to put 11 stupid elk cards. I want this deck to actually...
There's not 11 Reindeer.
9?
9.
There's 9. I'm not going to put 9 cards. They're just stupid elk or antelopes.
If you count Rudolph.
Yeah.
It's 9.
If you count the best and the one that matters.
If you count the one that was made up in like the 60s.
Because the rest sucked. The rest of them were so lame. It was like, there's no song about Blitzen. I'm not...
No, there is. I sang it in
The Blitzen Krieg Bop.
It was literally a song about Blitzen. He danced, and it was from when I was a kid. And I remember because I had to sing it in my like 4th grade chorus.
Okay. Songs about Blitzen aside. This deck is functional. You can play it in an event because I put ramp and card draw and everything else you actually need to play Magic here, so there's less meme cards. For example, there's a card called Gang of Elk that I really, really wanted to put in here.
Why didn't you put it in?
Because it just doesn't do anything. And these cards at least have ramping capabilities.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure this next card really does a lot.
But there is a limit to where Christmas feels and vibes surpass utility. Because Goblin Snowman has basically no text on it. It's kind of like Fog Bank.
It's just a snowman.
It's a 4-mana Fog Bank. You get pink stuff.
It's a snowman.
It's a snowman. Come on now. That's the card you give away with Harmless Offering.
Next easy one. If you don't know where this is in the deck, you're a Scrooge.
You need help, yeah.
Ginger Brute Man. Or
Ginger Brute and Trail of Crumbs.
What Trail of Crumbs? Okay, please explain.
It creates a food token. Christmas, crumbs, food, gathering.
Nope.
Trail of Crumbs seems pretty good to me.
I don't even see the...
Christmas is about eating.
It's partially about eating. I don't see how Trail of Crumbs has anything to do with it.
See, for me, that one works.
It's
Let us know in the comments
It's
if
a
Trail of
direct...
Crumbs works for you.
But if it wasn't a direct reference to a fairy tale, maybe...
So is Ginger Brute. But it's still a gingerbread man.
A gingerbread man is connected
Also-
to that and also directly connected to Christmas.
I think food
I don't think-
is pretty...
The thing is, a Trail of Crumbs is not.
This is where we're, it's open to subjectivity.
think
We
you're
want to
just-
hear
I think you're
your
just-
holiday cards. What do we miss?
I think you're just
What
wrong
did
about
we
that one.
include that was erroneous? Maybe it was Trail of Crumbs. The 12 days of Christmas though.
The 7 days of Christmas.
God, oh God. 12 days of Christmas we got. How many birds? 4 calling birds of paradise. 6 gilded geese a laying. 5 golden soul rings,
1 golden soul
and
ring.
partridge in a pear, tree of redemption.
Uh,
Tree of redemption also the best target for goblin sleigh rides.
it's also the only. It's also a Christmas tree.
It's also a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I mean,
And I want to get this out of the way now. What better Christmas tree of redemption topper than the platinum angel?
that fits for.
Absolutely perfect.
Unless you could put some sort of star. Oh, you could put Star of Extinction.
That sounds horrible.
Put that on top of your Christmas tree.
That sounds like an insult. Put that on top of your Christmas tree.
I like Star of Extinction. That would have been way cooler.
Oh, no. Elves is the next one. We just put a bunch of mana dorks. Elves, that's going to help you get your mana off the ground. They all get counters from Grumgully. Santa works with elves.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yes,
Thank you for filling
that
in
would
the
be
lore
main-
of the
main
lore
part.
of Christmas.
They honestly, they fill up everything. So there's the holes in this deck were filled with the glue of the elves.
Rap and Vigor. I have no clue what this card
Wrap
does.
and Vigor regenerates each creature you control. So it is a budget heroic intervention, and it uses the word wrap, W-R-A-P,
Okay.
like wrapping presents.
Okay.
So
Haven't,
you wrap them in the gift wrapper, and the board wipe just destroys the gift wrapping, so that it opens all your creatures.
I was gonna say the next one because I understood it.
Yeah, I know. This is, I think I was going off.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you. For not so good fans, Heaven to Earth, X in the green for an instant, deal X damage to all creatures with flying, and then X red.
Yep.
That's what I thought. X red for a sorcery, deal X damage to all creatures without flying.
Heaven and Earth, I think,
Religious stuff.
religious stuff that we may or may not subscribe to.
He sent Jesus from heaven to earth.
Yeah. And then he was born on this day in April. Okay. Goblin War Party.
Party.
Makes goblins for Grumgully,
War.
gives your creatures haste. I think it's an all around.
When I think of Christmas, I think of war.
I think it's an all around all star.
Yeah.
God Pharaoh's gift has the word God in it, which I just noticed, and has the word gift in it, which is the original reason I put this in. But it also has God in it.
If you cut out the Pharaoh, it's just God's gift.
Oh my God.
It's Jesus.
Whoa. I also have Gate to the Afterlife in here, which I just put because God Pharaoh's gift is good. But Gate to the Afterlife, I think, works too. I don't want this to be so religiously charged.
We only mentioned like 3.
Oh, man. I mean,
Snowlands.
you know what?
Can you guess the Snowlands?
We're going to come out as atheists right now, just so we're not trying to preach, okay, we literally don't care. But Christmas is about Jesus at least 1%. So this arbitrary Christmas deck, we're going to mention Jesus. If you trigger warning for people who don't like Jesus, retroactively, because I'm not going to put one before.
Do you want me to move the trigger warning to before?
Nope.
Okay, then I won't.
There's a snow theme.
I already said that.
We put as many snowlands as we could. There's about 13, 14 snowlands. There's a scrying sheets, a couple snow dorks. There's a snow creature that we get to later. That's pretty important.
There's the snow.
Cold Steel Heart. I thought it said cold. It's got snow in it. Looks like maybe it's some sort of trinket. Tchotchke.
You're so creative. Seasons
really am.
past. Season.
You gotta remember the seasons past. The past Christmases.
Tis the reason for the season. Seasons past. Yep.
There's no sneezing when you remember the reason for the season.
Who said that?
Me.
Your grandmother when she was putting
Me.
pepper.
Why would? Okay. Coveted Gem. It's gonna draw you cards, and you're gonna pass it around like faster than you can pass around Fruitcake Elemental. What's funny is, if they hit you with Fruitcake Elemental, they get Coveted Gem, and then they get the mana to give away Fruitcake Elemental, and they draw 3 cards. We're just throwing cards and mana all over the place.
Yeah. Just throw them away. Your coveted jewel is more like it's like a gift of a diamond. If you're,
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking of your
really?
opponents get cards.
I was thinking the gift of a diamond.
That's great.
Or gem. I mean, it's a kind of a common gift.
If this was a social pressure deck, Coveted Gem definitely still in there.
Okay.
If you think about coming down on a Christmas morning, though, Thrill of Possibility for me just completely encapsulates that. You wake up and you're like, oh my God.
The thrill of possibility for Christmas when you're a kid could never, no matter what you got, it could never be as good as what you wanted.
Wow. That was what the heck? What kind of Christmases did you have?
I had great Christmases.
That is so sad. Like, did you ever have that gift that you never got?
No, I don't think so. I'm just saying, like, no matter what, I feel like you always dream way bigger than what you're gonna get.
I always I think for me, the feeling of I could be anything was greater than whatever I got, even if I got exactly what I want.
I don't even like.
I didn't really want anything that crazy.
I don't
I
really
just wanted like whatever the new video game Nintendo thing was, and I always got that because it like wasn't that expensive.
I don't even remember what I wanted except for like the later years. So I don't remember like early.
The later years,
I mean like my teens and late teens.
I remember I got some gifts that were pretty awesome.
I got a PS. I remember the PSP.
Ooh, wow! But you still play that?
But nope, we barely played it when we got it.
Oh no!
Yeah, the PSP was not good.
It ended up being kind of poopy.
Yeah,
I can think of one game, but I don't know.
The games were just bad.
What games were on it?
They were all bad. Basically, everything that was on there was just not good.
I can't think of any games on it.
The system was essentially worse versions of games that you have on your PlayStation.
There was a God of War. There was a really bad God of War on
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point. There was God of War was worst version of game you have on your PlayStation.
Yeah.
That was every game. It's like
it's portable.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was bad.
So speaking of bad PSP games, that brings us to the final category, is where we convert all of our niceness and all the gifts they thought they were getting, and they take off Grumgully's beard and they go, wait, he's not Santa. We're naughty. Pivot into the naughtiness.
It's his real beard.
They still take it off. And then they realize he's not Santa.
That's mean. Why
they
do that?
rip his hair from its follicles and go, he's not Santa.
Oh, it's kind of mean. Not gonna lie.
We're going to be mean to them as revenge. We gave them a lot of creatures, and they're going to play their own creatures. What if we gave them a gift, but they didn't reciprocate? So we're going to take our own gifts, sort of Yankee Swap style. And we're going to go, Yankee Swap. Harness by Force is 1 red and has Strive for 3. You active treason to gain control of a creature until end of turn. Any number of things per 3 mana you have. So if you have 9 mana, you gain control of 3 creatures. 3 mana, 1 creature. Right, so that's one way to gain creatures. We also have Grab the Reins. It's 3 and a red. You either gain control of a creature and it gains haste, sacrifice a creature, and then deal damage equal to that creature's power to target creature or player. Or you can do both for a total of 7 mana thanks to the Entwine, which is 3 mana.
I won a game with this card once when I was playing the stupid pre-con.
We played Commander Roulette where we had 20 commander decks? There was like 8 people in the house. We had 20 commander decks. And we shuffled them all up. And you got a pre-con. And you grabbed the reins of Skullbriar and just killed somebody.
To win. To be fair, I was complaining the whole time. And I was rightfully complaining because my deck was not even close to as powerful as anyone else's.
I think you had the Saskia pre-con.
Yeah, it was real bad. I mean, it was horrible.
That was basically the only play you made that game.
It had like the worst Sunforger package I've ever seen.
Ugh.
It was so bad.
Yeah, rough.
Insurrection, gain control of all creatures you don't control.
Insurrection is the best card in the deck because it's the only card that is 100% Nasty Christmas. It's 5 red, you gain control of all creatures, they gain haste. You're going to attack with everything you just gave. They thought that you were just trying to be nice, and you just completely wiped them off the face of the earth.
Okay, you have to, yeah, okay, but wait.
Merry Christmas.
I'm reading this next card, and what is this card, and why is it in the deck?
You're talking about Thermopod? It's 4 and a red for a snow creature. It's a slug.
Yeah, but why isn't it?
Are you intrigued yet?
No.
It's a 4/3, and it says you can pay snow, it gains haste, and you can sacrifice a creature to add 1 red mana to your mana pool. You couple it with things like High Market and maybe other sack outlets that you want to add to the deck. You can use Insurrection and Harness by Force and Grab the Reins as a destruction spell. Yes, Insurrection, gain control of all the creatures, attack with everybody, and then you can sacrifice them all to make a bunch of red mana.
This has nothing to do with anything. This isn't on theme at all.
What? Thermopod?
Yeah, what the heck?
High Market makes sense.
I can see why the High Market makes sense.
Thermopod.
Grab the Reins. I'll even give you Insurrection.
Why would you give me Insurrection? That one I said is the one that has nothing to do with anything.
Thermopod?
It is a snow creature. Checkmate.
The only thing that even comes close is
Checkmate.
it kind of sounds like Thermos, which you might have during Christmas.
Snow creature.
It's
Checkmate.
nothing.
It's literally says snow on
I
it.
think you're more likely to see Insurrection during Christmas.
Thermopod, it's in the deck. I don't care. It's in the movie. Evolution Sage is one of our elves that work in our workshop. Oh, speaking of which, we forgot to mention the workshop. I'll just put it up real quick. It's Retrofitter Factory. I think I just skipped over that one on the script. But Evolution Sage says, whenever a land enters the battlefield, under your control proliferate. All your creatures enter with the counter thanks to Grumgully.
Not all
So
of
it basically just, literally all of them, I think, except for Humble Defector.
I was gonna say I knew Humble Defectors in the deck.
All of them except Humble Defector, which probably won't even be on your side anyway, gets a +1/+1 counter. So Evolution Stage will double and triple them up when you start ramping, and you can make a huge board. It actually gets some attacks in.
What is this weird deck? Animation module? What is that? Why is
Animation module?
You have to explain why these cards are in the deck.
Oh, why it's in the deck? Well, Animation Module is basically the best card I can think to go with Grumgully, period. But it also just looks kind of toy and workshop-y-esque to me, so I kind of threw it in. It says, whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are placed on a permanent you control, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. You can pay 3 and tap it and choose a counter on target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. It also says give, which is the best way to be during this season. I think with Thermopod, you just go infinite. Right? I wasn't even thinking about that, but every time let's say you have Grumgully out, and you have Animation Module out, and you play a creature, you put a counter on it, then this triggers, pay mana, put a counter on the servo,
Okay.
and then you keep, literally every mana gives you a 2/2. And then Thermopod
Do we have any way to pay that off?
gives you infinite ETBs and death triggers. We have no way to pay that off.
You don't think there's a way in the whole deck?
I don't think we have any way to pay that off in the whole deck.
Come on, there's got to be some way to pay it off.
All our creatures suck. We have Goblin Snowman. That's the, you know what? Wherever the payoff would be, Goblin Snowman is what is in there instead.
There's got to be a payoff. There has to be a Christmas themed payoff for this dumb combo.
Oh no.
We're known for our dumb combos. We have to pay it off.
Let's find it. We actually, you know what? There actually was a card in here that
The
pays
whole
off his infinite combo the whole time.
Yeah,
the whole time. We just didn't see it. Thanks to the Christmas vibes, we can now include Altar of the Brood in this deck.
Because you go to church.
There's altars in church, I think. I don't know.
There are definitely altars in
I'm
church.
not a frequent flyer to there, but whenever permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 1. So now, this infinite combo that we literally thought of 5 minutes ago has a way to actually kill your opponents.
Yeah, this is on our script. If you'd like to see, I'll prove it to you right now. It's there.
It's there. We didn't add it afterwards.
Yes, it wasn't added afterwards. It was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That card was in the deck the whole time.
Don't even
And
worry about it.
Song of Fraley's was never in there to represent Christmas songs.
No.
It was never in the deck.
So shut up about
It's
it.
just shut up. And
I
don't
think this
talk.
deck came out well. I think now there's actually a way to win. A couple ways to win. 2 ways to win. That's not bad.
It's a horrible combo.
No, that's a combo, and then you can just Insurrection win.
Insurrection can win sometimes. Yeah.
Right, Insurrection I think is a bad win con. But I would still count it as one.
It's definitely a bad win count because if the total power, there's no way the total power of creatures adds up to more than the total life total of
It's
the
not
opening
120.
plays. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe with your help if you're giving out enough Sylvan Offerings.
So just take my stuffs.
But that's the deck. If for some reason you want to buy this deck in time for the holidays as a gift, as a meme, as a gift to a fan, as a, hey, here's something.
fan?
I would recommend you take Taiga out of this deck real quick. Take
Put Taiga in the deck. What kind of weird?
Taiga's snowy. Come
Oh
on.
my
It's
God.
perfect. It's perfect. So take out some of the lands and then go buy this deck on TCG Player, give it to a friend. They go and love it.
You gotta take out some of the crappy.
No. Send it as is. I also
But
want
there's
to
like
thank...
the Christmas stocking stuff. Those are so expensive.
Those are expensive. If you don't want to include the Christmas cards, I understand. Just play different.
Fruitcake Elemental's like $70.
Yes, it is. I understand because that card's actually cool. But if the holiday season, it's all about saying thank you. It's giving thanks, if you will. And I just want to. I'm thankful for our 31 patrons.
Oh.
Very thankful.
Well, thanks to all of them. I think I gotta edit this thing again. Darn it!
Somebody edited their pledge, which is great. Keep changing your pledges. Update it to whatever is most comfortable to you. If you want to join on, a little tiny incentive for you. Once we get to 50 patrons, which got to happen any day now. Only need 19 more. Underwater box opening of Dragon's Maze for realsies, giving away the Soggy Rares to our patrons.
Yes, if you're a patron, you will get at least something. You'll get at least a Soggy
A
card.
Soggy prize.
We can't guarantee a Soggy rare because there's not enough.
Probably what we'll do is we'll pick like 10, and then we'll pick random patrons and give it to those 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Unless we open a foil voice, I'm keeping Soggy foil voice.
Ew. You can play it in your Soggy Pioneer deck.
Yeah, I'm going to make a Soggy Pioneer deck.
Oh, you just drench the Bant deck you have now so that it all matches the voice, so you don't have marked cards. But that's the video.
I'd actually be sad if we opened a voice and it was wet because I have that one mismatching horrible voice from Modern Masters. That's
the
like
bleached one.
It's so horrifyingly bad because
The foiling or that process printing sucked.
the printing's like the printings for Modern Masters compared
2015
to
sucked.
compared to Dragon's Maze was so much different. I have 3 voices from Dragon's Maze, just 1 from Modern Masters, and the coloring difference is insane. Like it kills me like that I even have that.
Yeah,
but
this is a commander.
But I'm not gonna spend $8 to replace.
This is a commander show.
This is the end of it.
It's the end. You know what? 50% of you guys already dropped off anyway.
We're allowed to ramble at the end of our videos.
We're somewhat entitled to ramble.
We can talk about anything, even RoboCop, if we want.
I'd buy that for $1.
Somebody suggested that our first non-magic video be that. Did you see that?
No.
Our live reaction of us watching the new reboot of RoboCop.
The reboot of RoboCop? No.
Wow. Also, if you want to buy this deck, you can go to tcgplay.com.
I already plugged it.
No, you didn't.
It's been plugged.
I don't remember that.
Plug successful. We're leaving. Do the thing.
No, you do the thing.
No, I'm just gonna wait for you.
I said you do it.
Merry Christmas.
I'm fixing
And
my
happy Christmas equivalent.
seasons. Peace out, Tribe Scout.